To enforce immigration laws in our country and in our state, we have custom agents at every airport, we have passport offices, we have entrance points to this country from our ports to our airports, and we have immigration and border agents. And in addition to that, we have law enforcement officers at the city, county, and state level, which should be helping enforce our immigration laws. It is the sworn duty of all these officers to uphold the rule of law and the policies that are derived from these laws, which is why no one should tie the hands of our police and our sheriffs and other law enforcement officers to enforce the laws that they have sworn to uphold. When these laws are not enforced, the process that makes North Carolina and this country great breaks down. The concepts and policies of sanctuary cities is a further breakdown of this process and is contrary to the oath of every law enforcement officer and elected official who they each took an oath of office to uphold the Constitution. We will not allow North Carolina to be part of this breakdown. There are several negative consequences when this process breaks down. We have cartels. Many of these are international cartels. We have gang violence that continues to go up, sometimes because of international gangs. We have schools that are becoming overcrowded. We have drug trafficking. We have hospital emergency rooms that are often flowing over with patients. And most and worst of all, we now have the scourge of human trafficking, of primarily young women who are being taken advantage of. And it's an issue that this society and our state is not talking enough about. Women being brought across the border into our country and becoming basic slaves. And by enforcing the law, we can help find and deal with some of these cartels of human trafficking and drug traffickers and other people who may be breaking some very serious laws in our state and in our country. When we allow the breakdown of our immigration laws, we risk also harming the incredible melting pot of the great American experiment. If we fail to not preserve this great melting pot, we lose our tradition of assimilating into a strong and diverse yet united culture we call the United States of America. And growing up and going back home and visiting my grandmothers and grandfathers back in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I witnessed neighborhoods of Irish, Polish, African American, Italian, and other backgrounds who were very proud of their heritage. But I also watched them become a part of the great American experiment and American culture, striving for the American dream. And as those generations progressed, they became a part of the melting pot of America. And as governor, I support initiatives to continue this great experiment and allow more strategic legal immigration to come to our country, searching for the talents that our country needs from across the world. I welcome being a participant in that process, this national debate. In the meantime, we cannot allow our local officials in towns and cities throughout North Carolina to make up their own rules that conflict with our nation's laws and our nation's values. There's something else that we're dealing with today, and that's the verification of assuring that the people that are here, we know their true identity, just like other countries do when we visit their countries throughout the world. We must know who is in our country, and we must respect them while also verifying their identification. We have a great system that's been instituted throughout this country called E-Verify. And one of the reasons we want to continue to have E-Verify, and this bill helps further verify E-Verify, is we get the true identifications of employees and ensures that they are here legally. Also support historic bipartisan welfare reforms that encourages able-bodied people to get the necessary skills through voluntary or job training to get back on their feet and become independent. Finally, I understand that we are a nation of immigrants, and a strong and vibrant immigrant community is essential to the health and economy of our state. Each individual arriving here in a legal manner, following our laws, in search of a better life, is a blessing to our state and a blessing to our country. And we want to continue that strength of our great country. But in doing so, we must follow the law. I'm going to be proud to sign this bill. I'm proud to continue to the successful experiment of the United States of America. We're going to help lead the way in North Carolina in trying to find out a national solution to this very complex issue, because we need to find one. We want to be the model of how to do things right in North Carolina and in our country.